Hello, this is Kraved Opinion. Yes, I said Kraved Opinion with a K. Anyhow, because the opinion and experience that I have in this situation definitely needs to be put out there. Okay, so before my experience, I'm just going to state my opinion on this situation with this young child being maced and put in the back of a police car. My opinion about that is that let's talk about the home situation before we talk about the police. I don't know what's going on in that home. I don't know. But what I do know is that some mothers are a little bit too quick to call the police to handle their responsibilities. Nobody said this was going to be easy. And I think it's more of a I don't want to get hurt, or I don't want to hurt my child syndrome, by thinking if you go and actually raise your child and discipline them, that you might end up having to be disciplined by society. I just think that that is a part of being a mother. Knowing what's righteous, what's right and wrong. Now, I'm sorry, mothers, we can't be comfortable with calling the police to help us with our children. Unless it's a violent, and I mean, like, how they be like, meet with your same force. I'm just meet with the same force. You know how they say that in the court of law. Your child, okay, I'm not gonna make no assumptions, but a tantrum ain't worth calling no police. A tantrum, okay. Now, also, when the police perhaps they will call directly to police. But why is there not some type of system that they dispatch the ambulance, in a situation like this? Why is it just the police? Is this a funding way where they only want to pay the police? Because it's too many instances where it's known that there's a mental crisis for a person that the police have called the cops on. Not called the cops, called 911. They ask for paramedics, they send the police. We need to start asking some questions about how this system is working, because if you call the police for someone that's having a mental problem, police and an ambulance worker should be there. Actually, and in fact, there should be a separate team of some sort where there's an ambulance worker and a police officer working together with the guidance of each other. This does not make any sense. Now, I may seem very opinionated. This is Craved Opinion. But I have experience in this situation, and it's really heartbreaking. Not only my experience, but my brother's experience. You see, me and my brother both went to specialized high schools in NYC. Art and design and fashion industries. Me and my brother both didn't make it out the 10th grade. Not because of academics. Not because of not going to school, cutting class. No. Not from being a teenager and going out and partying and, doing teenage stuff. No. we still went to school because we went to the schools that we actually wanted to. Arguments with our mother, which turned into her calling the police on us. Our mother calling the police on us when we had not physically harmed her. I would never put my hands on my mother. Never. But because she was upset, didn't feel like dealing with us, and decided to let the state deal with us. When the police get there, they don't want to hear your mother say they changed their mind. They're already on their shift. They're already on the clock. They getting paid for this. Now they say, I resisted arrest. Arrest for what? Arrest for what? A domestic situation? What was the charge? There was none, so I ended up having a resisting arrest charge, which should have been investigated on their part, but I'm too young to think about that at that time. All I know is that I missed several days out of that high school, which was specialized. So I lost my spot. I'm pretty sure y'all could see the disgust and pain on my face. And I don't care. I want y'all to know that this is real. This is why I didn't try to get spiffy and all of that, putting on nothing, because I really feel this situation. And for that little girl, you don't understand. You think that it just looked bad in that situation in the moment. That mess up your whole future. Your whole future. You get a record on your name. You start to feel bad about yourself. Like, if your family don't believe in you and can't deal with you, how's the world going to? We got to stop this. As a family unit, mothers, we got to stop this. If you was big and brave enough to birth these kids, to have these kids, be big and brave enough to raise them all the way through. If they ain't trying to harm you, there is no reason. There is no reason to involve the law enforcement in you raising your kid. Look, you could have called some parental classes. You could have called a counselor. You could have took her to the emergency room yourself. You could have, Lord, I'm telling you, there's some ways. Now, through all of this experience, I have children of my own now. I have a 9-year-old girl and a 12-year-old autistic son. I go through tantrums with my son and my daughter almost regularly, especially with my son because he has a disability. If I really think that far, and if I cannot control my son, and I feel like I have to call someone, it ain't gonna be no police. That's gonna be my last. This is gonna be my last statement. There are facilities and hospitals and places that will help you with your children when they are acting uncontrollable. Before you have to result in having them have a criminal record because of a mental issue or just an emotional one. We got to start doing our jobs and not letting everybody else play the role of being a parent for us. Thank you for your time. This is Kraved Opinion. Check back for more. I'll definitely be uploading more information and more opinions as they come in. Thank you.